It seems to have been a theme lately for the Toronto Blue Jays. One game, their offense is flying, guns ablazing. They beat the snot out of a bad team, and we're like, all right, these guys have turned the corner. Their offense is cruising. And then there's a game like today where they hit the ball hard quite often, but right at guys, and all they can muster up is one run. And they lose 3-1 to the Detroit Tigers in Gabriel Moreno's big league debut. Pretty tough to watch today. It really was. After yesterday, I brought the bat out, saying the bats were hot, they're feeling good, they're buzzing. They had 3 home runs in 1 inning. Well, they got 1 run the entire game today. So let's break this thing down. Might not be a very long video because there wasn't a whole lot of scoring. Bottom of the first inning, Harold Castro, it's an RBI single. Victor Reyes comes in to score, but let's move a few plays before that. A young man, Gabriel Moreno. Victor Reyes taking off for second. Oh my God, the pop time and the absolute seed. Then Moreno fired to second base, and he's got him out by a mile. But Bo Bichette can't hang on to the ball. He's safe. A few batters later, that run comes in to score, and you're down 1-0. That's a play you want back. Because Moreno, in his first inning in the big leagues, just about threw a runner out, and it would have been 2 out, nobody on at the point. And I believe it would have been 2 out, nobody on. But instead, it was 1 out and a guy at second. And that run comes in to score. And like I said, you're down 1-0. Very tough start to the ballgame. But in the top half, right, the Blue Jays had 2 on and 2 out. They can't bring any in. Top of the second, they have 2 on, 2 out. They can't bring any in. But they hit the ball hard right at guys. And it's really tough to watch when it's things like that. I counted 2 balls to the warning track. I don't know how many balls were just hit on the nose right at dudes. And it's just, those are the games you just pull your hair out, especially against a team like the Detroit Tigers. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, and there's an RBI triple from the Tigers. And now the Jays are down 2-0. And the way this offense has done nothing against the starting pitcher today, I called him Brewski yesterday, but there's no W in his name. Breesky. Either way, he was good. The Jays were off balance all game long. And they don't get anything against the guy. Then in the bottom of the 7th inning, off of David Phelps, Victor Reyes, it's an RBI single. And you're down 3-0. But then you get that glorious chance at the top of the 9th inning, right? Maybe some massive comeback against Gregory Soto, the closer. And the first 2 guys get out. But then Gabriel Moreno comes up. And it's a line drive single to center field for a base hit. The big league debut, his first hit in the show for Gabriel Moreno. And he deserved all the credit for that. He did a great piece of hitting. He did a great job catching all game long. I like what we see from the young catcher, but again, it's 1 game. We'll see how he goes moving forward and how they work him and Alejandro Kirk behind the dish. But I love what we saw from Gabriel Moreno in his big league debut. Obviously, getting the hit, going 1 for 4 in the game. He looked anxious in his first AB, obviously swinging at the very first pitch and had a chopper back to the pitcher. Definitely the nerves were getting him there. On the strike 3 call, it was a ball in the inner half, and they rung him up, and he clearly wasn't pleased with it, and I don't blame him. The other one, I believe, was a chopper as well, but then he got a piece of Gregory Soto and ripped it in center field, and that's not some snub pitcher, right? He's a damn good pitcher for the Tigers, and he got a single in that 9th inning, which led to a little bit of a rally. But again, with 2 out, that seemed to be the story of this game, some 2-out rallies, which sucks. Because if you're not getting the clutch hits, they're not going to amount to anything. You can't get a sac fly, you can't get an RBI groundout, you can't get anything. You have to rely on getting hits. And they get 2 guys on, and George Springer hits an RBI single, scoring Gabriel Moreno. And hey, it's down 3-1, runners in the corners, tying run at first base. Bo Bichette, he's out. But it's a deep fly ball to right field, but of course it's going to be caught, and the ball game is over. And I flipped jerseys, Jays fans, because I had a Bautista All-Star game on for a while, but now they're in that win-loss mentality. And Vladdy has not been himself, right? I like the line drive single he hit today, but again, only went 1 for 4 in the game. Yesterday went 2 for 5, yeah, but of the 3 outs and even one of his hits were all ground balls. You got to get that ball in the air more, so I'm putting on his jersey to maybe get him going again. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, Chase fans. I'm doing the best that I can here. Offensively, though, key guys in the game. Bo Bichette, another multi-hit game for him. He was 2 for 5 in the game. Also got robbed as well. I believe it was a line drive to center field, but it was caught, or maybe it was right field. I think it was right field in the first inning from Austin Meadows. And, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. went 2 for 4 in the game, another multi-hit game for him. So his numbers are creeping up now. And obviously, Gabriel Moreno in his big league debut going 1 for 4. The team overall had 9 hits, which isn't bad. But you got 1 run. Tells you right there the inability to score runs. And I can't remember which inning it was in. Teoscar Hernandez at first base, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. at the dish. And Gurriel rips it into left field for a base hit. Teoscar tries to stretch it to third, gets thrown out of third, and now, there was only 1 away at the time. So you could have runners at first and second with only 1 out. He tries to stretch it to get runners at first and third with 1 out, but he gets tossed out, and now there's a guy first with 2 out, and it amounts to nothing. Like, there's so many things from this game that were, close this way, close that way, but all the way Detroit. Hey, you know what? Those games happen, but I hate it because it's against a team you should beat. We were all yapping the Yankees earlier in the season saying, well, they're beating up on the Orioles, doing this. Yeah, they were doing what they were supposed to do. And here are the Blue Jays, they're winning 2 of 3 against Kansas City, and they have an opportunity to win 2 of 3 tomorrow against Detroit. Like, you got to be sweeping these teams. But you're not. Kevin Gausman today, his stuff wasn't the greatest. It was better than it was against Minnesota, albeit you weren't playing a very good offense. 6 innings, allowed 6 hits, only 2 runs allowed, 4 strikeouts, but he walked 3 guys. So the chasing wasn't all that there for Kevin Gausman. He did get a few chases, but again, still wasn't sharp. Yeah, 2 runs over 6 innings is not too shabby at all. But when you're playing the worst offense in baseball and you're supposed to be one of the top line starters for this rotation, yeah, you should be doing that. Bullpen-wise, David Phelps has been so reliable for this team, but he went a third of an inning, allowed 2 hits in a run, and got a strikeout, but that was it. And great to see Tim Meza back out there in the Blue Jays uniform. He went 2/3 of an inning, didn't allow any base runners. He was just incredible as always. Two-thirds of an inning, no hits, no walks, no runs, didn't strike out anybody, but did his job. And Trevor Richards went an inning, walked the batter, but that was it. Trying to keep the team in at 3-0, but the offense just couldn't come through. They tried late, but it's not good enough. Just wasn't good enough. The finale of the series goes tomorrow afternoon. It's a 1:41 pitch there at Comerica Park. And Ross Stripling gets the ball for the Blue Jays, and Tariq Skubal. That is the pitcher for the Detroit Tigers. We all know that their starting rotation is beaten up due to injury. He's the only guy that isn't hurt, and his numbers are nasty, and he is very, very good. So for the Blue Jays, you want to win this game and at least have the series done, but now you got to go up against him and Ross Stripling on the ball. Look, I get it. Stripling was great in his last start. I understand it, but again, you can't expect those 5 shutout innings every single night. The Jays offense they have to come tomorrow with an approach at the plate. They do. They didn't have one today, and they were trying to adjust to this new pitcher they've never seen before, and they looked off. They didn't look great at all. And Skubal you've seen before. So let's see what they can do. Stripling, Skubal, the finale of the 3-game set, the rubber match of the 3-game set goes to Comerica Park at 1:40 tomorrow afternoon. Right? So you know what, guys? That doesn't do it for this one. Yeah, it was a bad game. Smack the like button if you enjoyed the video, but definitely not the game. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already comment down below. Thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? The Twitter link is down below, so follow up, send me a DM to like great stuff. The Instagram link is also down below, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys, Jays Edition, of course, tomorrow afternoon, probably later afternoon, because obviously I'm working during the day, so we'll see how it goes. But I'll definitely get it out to you guys tomorrow afternoon at some point in time. Jays, Tigers, the finale of the 3-game set at Comerica Park. Ross Stripling, Tariq Skubal gets the ball for the Tigers in the finale. 1:41 pitch there. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and definitely not this game today. We'll talk to you guys then.